So, Superman is on his way to television again. But this time on CW. And this time he'll actually be Superman, not some weird alternate take on Clark Kent like Smallville was and all that. So Tyler Hoechlin, of course, was introduced as Superman in the Supergirl series. And he's all right. But the Supergirl series was not. So if it's going to follow that pattern, then just assume they didn't bother. Plus, Supergirl stole all his stories, so I don't know what he's going to do. Well, actually, I do. Let's see. This is from Cosmic Book News, you can see there. And the synopsis here is based on the DC characters created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. Superman and Lois revolves around the world's most famous superhero and comic books' most famous journalist as they deal with all the stress, pressures, and complexities that come with being working parents in today's society. Yeah, they've already established that Lois, especially in the previous crossover of Elseworlds, which was really terrible. But anyway, she was pregnant, and so Superman told Supergirl to take over for him while he helps out Lois with the pregnancy and all that. So this is mimicking the comic books where Lois and Clark are married, of course, and they've had a son. And so that's the direction they're going for the show. And so that's all well and good, I suppose. Especially since, again, Supergirl stole all the main stories of Superman. And so I guess he'll have to do this. Kind of like following on the Lois and Clark series of the 90s, you know, when they were, it was about the romance and all that. So that was the angle for that one. And so now it'll be this one, Superman and Lois. I don't know why they just call it Superman, you know, I mean, but okay, whatever. But boy, oh boy, Lois, how should I put this gently? She's quite the, a certain kind of buster or breaker. But that is in keeping with the character if you pay attention over the decades of Superman. And I guess that's the kind of woman Superman's drawn to, you know, kind of a strange relationship there, you know. But the old storyline of him tricking her into not figuring out that he's Clark Kent and all that, yeah, they won't be doing that. It would be interesting if they did like flashbacks or something to their early days within his series and stuff, but I doubt it. Overall, the CW shows aren't that great. The Flash is the best of the bunch. That's not saying much considering the quality of CW. Arrow started out pretty damn cool and then just went down the commode. And Supergirl is just god awful. In fact, it's really a bad show, and should have been canceled a long time ago. And the others are just kind of silly. And Black Lightning was a similar case with that one. It's too bad because that one did have some potential in it. Batwoman was not so much its leftist preaching as it seemed to present itself in the trailers. Now, I don't know. I've only seen the pilot. I didn't bother after that one. But the pilot in and of itself was just really boring and lackluster. And that was about it, and just really stupid. But with Supergirl was on a misandrous message and mission, you know. And so if there's any of that in Superman, then I'm not really interested in the series. And I'm very nervous about whether or not this will be good, because it's too bad, because it would be really great to have a good Superman show. Since we're apparently not going to get a movie, and the rumor is that J.J. Abrams will be producing one, and man, has he been stumbling here lately. It appears, oddly as it is how badly things went for Star Trek, it seems like the last good thing he did was that 2009 movie. The other two, especially Into Darkness, which he did. He directed Into Darkness, and that was just god-awful. The third one was just sort of meh. And so, I don't know what the deal is with that guy. So, it's not looking good for what he might bring to the table, but it's probably going to happen. He signed that deal with Warner Media, so there you go. But as far as his TV show, what possible hope could there be? Well, it says here that it'll be executive produced by Todd Hilbing. He's the executive producer from The Flash. And I mean, Greg Berlanti is the sort of overseer of all things, but if I hadn't really paid attention as to who was really guiding The Flash, but if it's this guy and it's the same type of template and crew they'll do, where they keep that balance within it, then might be pretty good. Might actually have some diamonds in the rough, if you will, for the series, because The Flash is often a pretty good show. But that's about as good as it's going to get for CW. But who knows? Maybe they'll do a good one for Superman, and that'll all work out. But like with all things, we'll have to wait and see. We'll see what happens. So there you go. Superman is on his way, for better or worse. It's too bad they couldn't have gone with the Brandon Routh Superman and that whole Kingdom Come look. That's a cool thing. And that whole Kingdom Come story about an older superhero teaching the younger generation and stuff, they could have made a series out of that, although I would rather it be under a different regime than CW for a serious story like that. But anyway, this is what you get. All right, thank you for watching and listening. While you're here, might as well like and subscribe, and check out that link description below. That'll take you to my many stores that have plenty of goodies for you.